Hello! I wanted to do a video today about my best and worst products of 2015, including makeup as well as skincare. But before we get started, the true favorite of my year has been this felt art. I saw one of the artists work at my company and I fell in love with it, so I emailed her. And now I have this little furry friend that I can call mine forever. Her information's down below if you want to, email her or ask her to send you some pictures of her work because they're fucking amazing! Let's get into the makeup. So the first one I wanted to talk about was, let's do the order that I go onto my face. So, where did I put it? That's my phone. Where did I throw it? Oh, I'm sitting on it. This is the Hourglass Mineral Veil Foundation Primer. It is a small guy. Excuse my phone. It's a small guy because it is fucking expensive. This thing is $18 and you can see it's smaller than my hand. Not a lot of product in here. But a little bit goes a long way. It definitely helps mattify and really extends the longevity of my makeup. By a lot, actually. It's one of those things where you don't use it and you think you're doing fine, but then you start using it and you can't go back to not using it. Wish it was less expensive, but that's not something I can control. So afterwards, after primer, I would put on foundation. And this one is the Bourjois Healthy Mix foundation. Not the serum one, this is just the regular. I am in color 53. It's a good color match. The bottle's disgusting, but that's, evidence of how much I used it and liked it this year. So it is just a good, stable workhorse, doesn't fuck up your skin, makes your skin look healthy. Healthy mix. It's very true to its name. I can use it every day and not feel it strip my skin of all of its oils. You know what I mean? Like, I have pretty oily skin and you'd think, healthy mix, that sounds glowy, and I don't want to do that to my skin if I'm already oily, but it actually is pretty good at controlling oil, and hey, if you use this guy, good stuff. So I do my face, and then I usually go on to my brows. I don't know, is that weird? I go straight onto my brows, but this is the Maybelline Brow Drama, and it has the crazy tip, do you see how weird that looks? So, first caveat, you'd want to have thicker brows to do this. If you have thin brows, I think this will get all over your face. It's not very precise, but I travel for work, and I don't want to fuck around with 3 different products to make my brows look presentable. Like, it's not rocket science. I just want them to be a little darker, a little bit more defined, set in place, and don't, stray around. Don't have a party on my face when I'm talking to my customers. It helps me finish my routine in a reasonable amount of time because it's so fast. So after I'm done with my brows, I like to prime my lids and then go on to my eyeshadow. So I'll share with you my favorite primer and favorite eyeshadows of this year. Primer has to be the Too Faced Shadow Insurance Primer. Formula is really good, definitely elongates the wear of my eyeshadows, definitely stops them from creasing up. And the reason that I've gone over to the Too Faced world as far as primers go is because the Urban Decay one used to be my favorite, but number one, I think the formula has changed a little bit and it's just a little bit more watery and not as full power. So I figured I would try this guy out and it's so much better. Also, it's still in the squeezy tube, which is, I think, what every primer should be in. After I prime my lids, I want to go on to eyeshadow. I actually really like the Makeup Forever Aqua Shadows. I think they may have changed this to an automatic pencil as opposed to the traditional pencil, but I have these 2 colors. They can go primer free, you don't need to top them off with a shadow. It's really easy and fast. I think that's a theme that I've noticed in all the products that I like. I like things that are easy to use, no fuss, I don't have to worry about it after I put it on my face. I like having things where I can go, it's on, it's good, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, later at night, it's still there. That's what I expect. Well, sometimes I'm feeling extra fancy and want to look extra good on site and, at my customer, stuff like that. But the Stila in the Light palette has totally beat out my Naked palette from Urban Decay. It's just gorgeous. There are matte shadows in here, there are shimmery shades. It is incredibly soft, very buttery, very pigmented. It's a really good range of shadows. It's just a really good, versatile, easy to use neutral palette that has a lot of shades and a lot of finishes, and it's small, it's thin. Like, you want stuff like this when you're going, you know, when you're traveling. Speaking of which, I'm probably gonna make a couple of travel videos because I travel 50 to 75% of the time for my job. And there are definitely things you pick up along the way that, you know, good for happiness and efficiency. So watch out for that to come. After your eyeshadow, so after I put those guys on, I want to move on to my eyeliner for a little bit of definition. And I always go for a dark black cat eye. I am always on the hunt for a good, better, best eyeliner. And again, theme, I like to have one product. I don't want to have to worry about a brush. I have been really taken with liquid eyeliners, and this year, the liquid eyeliner that stole my heart is the Kat Von D Tattoo Liner. It is a brush tip. It's a very, very, very fine brush tip. You can get extremely precise. It is very, very long lasting. It's waterproof. Doesn't go anywhere once you've put it on. This is just the best eyeliner that I found for all day wear. Now we're moving on to some more face products, and the favorite blush that I have goes to Tarte Amazonian Clay Blush in Exposed. This thing is the most beautiful blush ever. It doesn't look that amazing in the pan, but it just goes with everything. This is one of those things where it's like, I don't know what to put on my cheeks with this lip color. I don't know. I've got really, really subtle. I've got a really bold eye. I've got a really bold lip. I have bold everything on my face. What do I do with my cheeks? This is just gonna go with everything. This is the little black dress of blushes. It will do everything you want. You look sexy, you look good, you feel good. It's the way to go. And it's extremely long wearing. Now I have a couple of lip products. As I'm sure everyone and their mom is aware, 2015 was the year of the liquid lipsticks. But for me, the ones that won me over in this year are the Kat Von D long lasting liquid something. Yeah, these guys. These are just so easy to use. The formula is extremely comfortable. They're creamy, but they definitely dry down to a finish where you don't get transfer. And they last an extremely long time. So if you want to feel good about your lips before you're going out, put one of these guys on, it'll just keep going. So it hasn't been quite the year of the traditional lipsticks, but I have finally found a formula that I really, really enjoy. It's the Sephora lip colors. The name's down here. And they're just incredibly pigmented, easy to use. They set and they don't go anywhere. It's the first time that I found traditional lipsticks that do that for me. These are extremely long wearing. They smell really good. They smell like something from my childhood, and I cannot for the life of me remember or figure out where they're from. So if someone has that same experience, please let me know. But these are fantastic. And I think that might be it as far as makeup products go. Also really wanted to talk about these e.l.f. Studio brushes. They are $3 each, and I've had them for years, some of these. I wash them, they don't lose their shape. They're really like soft and dense, and they're $3, but I don't feel like I'm using a really cheap product on my face. You know what I mean? Sometimes you use cheap stuff and you're like, that's cheap, but this does not feel cheap. I have these two big guys from Philosophy. It's the Purity One Stop Shop Facial Cleanser. Uses at the end of the night. It takes off all your makeup. It doesn't quite do it for waterproof mascara, but I don't think you expect a face wash to be able to do that. I've had multiple bottles of this. I have one in backup already. It is so gentle on the skin. It's very balancing, very nourishing, doesn't feel like you're stripping it every night, and it's just so easy to use. So Purity is A+, and in the morning I use the Micro Delivery Exfoliating Wash. This has the only physical exfoliator that I actually genuinely like using. The other ones, you know, the micro beads, I feel like number one, they're not doing much, and number two, they fuck up the environment, so don't use those. This one doesn't. It is a physical exfoliator, but it is very gentle, enough to use on a daily basis without really doing any damage to your skin at all. And it's very brightening at the end of the day. So these two together, if I don't use them, my skin has a fit on me because it's just so good. All right, I've got two more skincare favorites, and the first one is the Jack Black Lip Balm. The best lip balm, hands down. I I think that's all I need to say about it. It is the best healing, nourishing lip balm there is on the market, and it's $7.50. You can't beat it, that's all. And my last skincare favorite that I wanted to put on the spot right now are the Glam Glow masks, and I feel like such a spoiled brat for even holding these in my hands because they're each $69, but they're so good. This is the Super Mud, this is the Thirsty Mud. So this is the guy that I use for spot treatments. If there are nasty spots in my face, I put some of this on it, and it helps the healing process a lot. It speeds it up by a lot. I also got my boyfriend to use it. He loves it too. The first time that we used it, he said that we should have taken before and after pictures. And on his nose, when we washed it off, it legitimately minimized his pores. Visibly. It was something. This is just really good clearing treatment. And here's Thirsty Mud. Recently bought this guy when my skin got completely destroyed by a product that I'm about to talk about actually. This saved it a lot. Okay, so that is all of the best in 2015 for me. But of course, in any situation, there is the pro and then there is the con. There is the light and there is the dark. There's the good and then there's the shitty. So I have 4 products from this year that I just straight up don't get, don't like, or despise. It's somewhere along those lines. So the first one is the L'Oreal Infallible. And I feel like I'm about to get crucified because this thing has gotten so much good rep on all of the reviews on YouTube, on the internet. And that's what I thought at first too. It is incredibly flattering as a foundation. It's matte, but it's still skin-like. It's very perfecting. I used it. One of my friends saw me use it. She got one too. And it's like, it's good. It's really good stuff until you use it 2 weeks in a row and then it fucks up your skin for months. Literally what happened to me. My skin is quite oily, which is why I went for a semi-matte foundation to begin with. Used it, I guess, too much. If 2 weeks in a row was too much, I had a couple of off days, but that was enough to dry my skin out to a point that it peeled. Like, there were flakes of skin coming off of my face because of this. And I know it's this because nothing else has changed in my skincare routine. And I guess I'm just not feeling the L'Oreal Infallible line because this lip product is a liquid lipstick and it's complete shit. I just don't. Maybe I'm not doing it right, but I've seen other reviews on YouTube and they've had the same experience. It's very pigmented, but that's about all the good things that I have to say about this product. You apply it with a doe foot applicator, and as it's drying and throughout the day, you're supposed to use the gloss balm on the other side. I have tried this on quite a few different occasions. I feel like I used every combination that I could with this product, and at the end of the day, this crumbles, like disgustingly crumbles off of my lips. This is not a cute thing that you want to do. And why? Alright, last 2 products, and they're actually both lip balms. So first we have the Maybelline Baby Lips. This is the medicated one. Dr. Rescue, it's the pink one. It's really minty, and I like that about it, but that's pretty much it. It's got a little bit of tint, I don't mind that at all. It ended up drying my lips out more. It's supposed to do the opposite, and I don't understand it. And basically the same story with this Rosebud Salve, and again, this is one of those cult favorite products that everyone's like, and I got a tin and I loved it so much so I went and bought 6 more and it's just so good. This thing dried my lips out like no tomorrow. I don't understand the point of it. I tried to use it on my cuticles, didn't do jack shit there either. And maybe I'm not using it right, maybe my expectations are wrong, maybe it's not supposed to be a lip balm. I have a lot of questions. And none of them are answered by using this product. So if anyone has any light to shed on, you know, what this is supposed to do, how I'm supposed to be using it, even though it's a lip balm and I feel like I should be able to put it on my lips and have it do things, maybe that's not fair. Maybe that's not a fair expectation. But if someone can enlighten me as far as the Rosebud Salve, that would be wonderful. I think that's it though, as far as my best and worst of skincare and makeup in 2015. So Thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully 2015 was a good year, and I'm hoping 2016 is an even better year for all of you. And I will see you guys on the flip side. Have a good day, month, year. Bye!